Hi everyone, we are from Group 6 and these are our group members.
Active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about giving your full attention to the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. The main goal is to understand the speaker's point of view, not just wait for your turn to talk. This kind of listening improves communication and helps build trust and stronger relationships, whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues. A good active listener does several things. First, they ask open-ended questions to encourage more sharing. They also paraphrase or summarize what the speaker said to confirm understanding. They stay non-judgmental and patient, allowing the speaker to express themselves freely. Positive body language like nodding and eye contact shows you're engaged. And most importantly, they avoid distractions. No phones, no interrupting. All of these qualities show respect and care for what the other person is saying.
Hi guys, did you know that there are different types of active listening? Today I'm going to say about 4 types of active listening. First, we have empathic listening. This is when you listen to understand someone's emotions. For example, when a friend opens up to you, you focus on their feelings and try to support them. Second is appreciative listening. This is when you listen for enjoyment, like when you are enjoying music, a motivational talk, or a religious ceremony. Third, there is a comprehensive listening. This is when you listen to learn something. For example, you use this during lectures, podcasts, or the news. Lastly, critical listening. This is when you listen to form a judgment or opinion. You will use this in debates or when evaluating a sales speech.
Hi, I'm Hadina. So now let's talk about benefits of active listening. First, it helps improve communication. When we actively listen, we understand not just the words, but the meaning behind them. This makes conversations clearer and avoids misunderstandings. Second, active listening allows us to connect on a deeper level. People feel valued when they are truly heard, which strengthens personal and professional relationships. And thirdly, it demonstrates empathy. By focusing on what the other person is saying and acknowledging their feelings, we show that we genuinely care about their experience. And last but not least, active listening builds trust. When someone knows you are listening to them without judgment or distraction, they feel safe and respected, and that trust creates a stronger bond. So, active listening isn't about hearing, it is about creating meaningful connections, improving relationships, and making communication more effective for everyone involved.
So one of the active listening skills is be fully present. First, give your full attention, be mentally and physically engaged, avoid multitasking during conversations, and secondly, minimize distractions. Silence your phone and avoid checking devices. Choose a quiet environment when possible. Third, maintain eye contact. Show your active listening and engage. Build trust and connections. And lastly, focus on words, tone of voice. One of the active listening skills is use positive body language. First, maintain an open posture. Avoid crossing arms or turning away. Shows you are open and approachable. Second, lean in slightly. Demonstrates interest and engagement. Help create a more connected interaction. Next, use encouraging nonverbal cues. Simple gestures like nodding and smiling make others feel heard and valued. Lastly, good facial expressions. Match your expressions to the tone of the conversation.
For the third point, avoid interrupting or judging. One of the key aspects of being a good listener is allowing the speaker to finish what they are saying without interruptions. It is important to give others space to express their feeling fully. Cutting in too early can shut down the open communication. We should hold back any personal judgment or opinions while someone is sharing, as it can discourage them from opening up. Interrupting can easily lead to misunderstanding and damage the clarity of a conversation. By being patient and non-judgmental, we create a safe space where meaningful dialogue can happen. For the fourth point, paraphrase and reflect to show understanding. To show we truly understand someone, it helps to restate their main points in our own words. This is what paraphrasing is all about. Paraphrasing is a great way to confirm that we have accurately grasped what the speaker is trying to say. It is also shows that we are actively listening and genuinely interested in their perspective. When we reflect their thoughts clearly, it builds trust and shows respect for their point of view. This simple act of paraphrasing can make the conversation feel more meaningful and collaborative.
For point number 5 is about asking clarifying and open-ended questions. So by asking the questions, we are encourage the speakers to elaborate on their thoughts and feelings. In this way, we can gain a better understanding on their perspective and explore the topic more deeply. Once they finish their thoughts, we can ask questions such as, "Tell me more about it." Also, we can avoid asking questions or making statements that involve judgment. For example, instead of asking questions like, "Why would you do that?" we can try to ask, "What motivated you to make that choice?" The next point is about validating the speaker's perspective and emotions, which involve acknowledging on how the speakers feel. In this way, we can show empathy and understanding, even though we agree or disagree with their point of view. Validating their emotions can create a safe space for us to undergo an open communication and foster a strong connection.
For point 7, withhold advice unless asked. As an active listeners, our main role is to understand the speaker, not to jump in with advice immediately. Sometimes we feel like giving solutions straight away, but unless the speaker directly asks for our opinion, we should avoid giving advice. Instead, we focus on listening and being there to support them, allowing them to work through their own solutions. This helps the speaker feel heard and respected. For point 8, summarize key points and action items. At the end of the conversation or during key transitions, it is important to summarize the main ideas that were discussed. We also highlight any action items or next steps that were agreed upon. This ensures that both sides have a clear and shared understanding before ending the conversation. It also gives the speaker a chance to clarify or add anything they might have missed, making the discussion more effective.
Examples of applying active listening in real life. This section shows real-life examples of active listening in work, personal, and conflict situation to highlight how it improves communication. For professional setting, this is a scenario where a manager is discussing a project timeline with an employee who is expressing concern about meeting the deadline. From this dialogue or conversation, we can conclude that firstly is asking open-ended question, second, paraphrasing and reflecting, and lastly is validating emotion and asking problem-solving questions. For personal relationship, this is a scenario where a friend is sharing a personal problem with you, seeking your support and understanding. From this situation, we can conclude that firstly is showing empathy and encouraging elaboration, second, reflecting feelings and summarizing main points, and lastly, acknowledging uncertainty and offering support.